Several hospitals in the UK have been hit by a cyber attack, according to the country's National Health Service. A screenshot of the attack shows a $300 ransom being requested in exchange to access the data. Some emergency patients have been diverted because of the system bug. Well, for more, we're joined by Sarah Firth. Now, the NHS has issued a statement about this because quite a few hospitals involved. It's a pretty large-scale hack, isn't it?
Yes, the National Health Service have declared this a major incident after this cyber attack that's affected a number of hospitals. I spoke to them. They said they're in the early stages of their investigation, and they have released a statement. I'll take you through some of the details of what they've told us in that statement. They say they are not specifically targeted. It's not targeted at just the NHS. It's also affected organisations across a range of sectors, and they said that right now they're working very closely with the National Cyber Security Centre to support affected organisations and ensure patient safety is protected. Of course, top of everyone's minds right now is going to be the impact that this has on the patients. We're already seeing disruptions being reported, some patients being diverted, local reports that some doctors are reverting to using pen and paper. And that's because this type of hack that's taken place is a software known as ransomware. And what that essentially does is block the user out from being able to access any data and then asking for a ransom before the user can then re-access that data. So a major incident declared, and I think the scale of this really unprecedented.
And what's interesting is that they're asking for this ransom in Bitcoin, aren't they? That virtual currency which makes them hard to trace. Is that the case then, that we don't know where this hack has originated from and how wide its net might have been cast?
Well, that is going to be a real focus of these investigations. Now, interestingly, the NHS did actually name the type of malware. They thought the ransomware was something called Wanna Decryptor. Now, I think to the average person, you hear about hacking, it seems very specific, very detailed. As we said, what this has done is essentially lock those hospitals out from being able to access the data. A box comes up on the screen asking for a ransom. That's in the millions of dollars before anyone can access that data. It is very specific, but the reality is that actually cybercrime like this is a major concern, not just for the UK, countries across Europe, across the world, in fact. I think what's interesting with what's happened in this attack here in the UK is the scale of it. These are hospitals all across England and in Scotland as well. The Scottish Government confirming that some hospitals up in Scotland have also been affected. So a major scale cybercrime.
Interesting to see if this now comes up in the UK election campaign, cybersecurity, because lots of organisations, lots of companies, government bodies will be looking now to bolster their cybersecurity systems. Is there a particular weakness in any particular sector or any particular country? Well,
it's interesting you bring that up. Absolutely. It's going to be brought up in discussions around the election. In fact, just today we've heard politicians speaking about exactly this issue of cybercrime and how different government policies would address that if they were in power. Now, we've actually heard from Downing Street. We know that the Prime Minister here in the country is being kept informed of this situation. Interestingly, we've also seen in Europe today reports of some cyber attacks there. In Spain, a major company called Telefonica has been affected. There's no evidence at the moment that these attacks are linked, but it just shows you how much of a focus this is for governments around the world. And as we said today, a major incident declared by the National Health Service in the wake of this latest cyber attack.
Sarah Firth, thank you.